What's up, true believers? Welcome to Cyberpunk Commie Simulator Part 2. Gonna be getting back up into that Cyberpunk Commie action. Just me and you. Just a nice afternoon. I very rarely get a chance to play video games in the afternoon, so I was just like, fuck it. It's happening. I sat down, I was like, oh, I gotta record some movie reviews. I got a stacked up movie. I got a backlog that I gotta get through. And I was just like, you know what? Let's do something for Sean, but also create content a little bit, you know? Not that I don't love talking about movies, but, you know. Anyways, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. Should be a barrel of laughs. Should be a good time. Good, super fun stuff. You know what I mean? Enter the world of Cyberpunk Commie 2077. Actually, seems like 2053, technically. That seems like what the year actually is. Yeah, some nice, sweet, smooth jams. Hey! So let's look at our journal. What do we got to do? Pay for the damages. Who made the call reporting the crime? Get a reality lowdown. Report your badge missing. Inspect the victim's body. Sing karaoke. Find smokes and smoke them. A lot of important stuff on the docket for Officer Dirtbag today. Active or done. So we've done two things. Okay. What's this? What is this? Lonesome long way home. Temporary research bonus. Factual memory returns. Research time 6 hours and 5 minutes. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, it's I guess we're gonna go check out that dead body. Seems to be priority number one with these guys. The door is bolted. A sign reads kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. What? 13 o'clock? The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Well, alright, jerk off. Let me in the fucking kitchen, buddy.
Can I help you?
I'm going to say, by the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. Absolutely out of the question. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger, then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire. Okay, well, it's interesting. I wish that you could move. Can I move this independently? Oh, that's cool. I was, you know, like move the area that I can see without having to move the characters, but I cannot. That's okay. So it would just be cool if I could just like look before I get there. You know? Well, bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid spilling out. Electrochemistry. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? An hour, 2 hours, pretty long. It's drink o'clock. Not now. We're a good guy. Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet, syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon. Maybe lime. Maybe who cares? Just rum. Maybe I should lick it before I go. We'll finish thought. Don't be gross, guy. Holy shit. Sleeping dockworker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Pick up the pills. Physical instruments. Ooh. Wake him up. Should we just... I mean, we got a 42% chance. I mean, we had a 72% chance on something and still fucked it up. So we could just get lucky. Or do we pick up the pills? We'll pick up the pills. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. I'm going to try to wake him up. Ah, no! Alright, fine. Because I bet you could get some info from him. That's what I'm imagining. Let me see. Oh, okay. Well, let's go outside to look for this dead body. I think that's what we're doing, right? Oh, I should have shared this to something, huh? Oh well. Here we go. More dirty dock workers. A heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Oh my goodness. This is rude. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Illegible. Words.
The Elysium in Martinez. What can I help you with?
What can you help me with? You sound surprised. Let's see. You sound
We don't
surprised.
see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Well, we don't want to be too direct, right? We don't want to scare her off. So, we need directions. Oh, of course. Where to? I'm looking for a dead body. Where am I? What is it up in the north? What is it in the east? What is it in the south? What is it in the west? Let's see. Where am I? What do you mean? Just tell me where we are, okay? We are in Martinez. She looks around. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think. What is up north? There's a pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. What's in the east? The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. She shrugs. A pretty store, too. What's in the south? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. What is on the other side of the canal? Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, a fish market, but that got closed down ages ago. What's in the west? She looks at the water, squinting. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they are hard to reach. I guess we should just ask her then. Maybe I'm giving the game too much credit, because it sets you up with this idea that it's going to be very clever, and you're going to have to kind of thoughtfully answer some of these questions, but maybe that's not always the case. So let's see. I'm looking for a dead body. Oh, that. She points north. That's right there in the yard. Success. She's relieved. Someone has come for it, finally. Okay. That's all for now. No problem, she nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek. Who are you exactly? Me? I'm just a gardener. Cool, and what are you doing here? Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then. Good to meet you. I am pleased to meet you too, officer. What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. I'll say never mind. She shifts in her seat awkwardly. I have to run. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove. Her gloves, you get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. One more thing, can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Thank you. Nice guy, dirtbag cop. Borrowing gloves. Is there like a compass? Like, how the hell am I supposed to tell? There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Okay. Oh, wait. Stop. Cancel. Ah, damn. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Main Hall, Andrew Orlando Hair, SCA, Artemips Boxing for Young Adults and Athletes, 24th Window, Emma Fashion Atelier, Fabrone's Taxi. The rest have been burned off. Slipstream. Well, I don't really have a need for any of these right now. Stay at Main Hall. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver. Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Who's Kuno? This is the police. Please open the door. Sorry, I was just trying random doorbells. I didn't have anything important. Say I'm the police. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... There's a spot of static that overrides her words. But the doorbell is broken and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you, but please don't call here again. Thanks. That's like rude as hell, dude. Doesn't she know I'm a cop? I could be like a super cop over here. Good guy cop. I'm not sure why I'm here, though, because I feel, I kind of would like to know a little bit more about my surroundings, but maybe, I don't know, maybe this will provide an opportunity somewhere else down the line. You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. All you hear is static, but no one answers the call. The 24th window, you ring the doorbell, nothing happens. And then it's Fashion Atelier. You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call. Fabrone's Taxi. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. Slipstream. Static. See, hello, is anyone there? Yes, hello. This is the Tricentennial Electrics. This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static. Have you come to place an order? She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off of an old wax cylinder. Her receiver must not be working properly. Hold on, Tricentennial Electrics. I thought it was calling the Slipstream SCA. Yes, hello. Can you let me inside the building, please? I've come to place an order. I'm gonna lie. My God. The lieutenant exchanges a look with you. Sorry? It's you. My God, I didn't think I would hear your voice again. It's a woman and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you? Let's see. Do we know each other? Michelle, just please. She stops and you can hear her breath heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. She sounds like she's shaking. I thought you didn't care. Hold on, tell me what's going on. What did I do? Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through a tough time. I mean, technically I have been going through a tough time. I did wake up with amnesia. That's pretty tough. I don't know if you've ever gone through amnesia, or if you've ever been blackout drunk and you wake up the next day and you don't know what happened. It's a pretty tough time. See, okay, of course I care. Why not? Ever since I came to work here, it's been different, as if my mind's been wiped clean. I know the feeling. A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget. Forget about what? She sounds like she's about to cry. Oh God, please don't cry. She doesn't answer. You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting? Hey, are you still there? Let's keep talking to her. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. What just happened? I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. Fuck! Hang up the call. Alright, it's goodbye then. I'll just say I get it. I get it. Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box. Kim Kitsuragi. It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient. Alright, it's goodbye then. You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards in the call box read. Okay. Volition, so we can call back. Let's see what else we got. No one's home at the fortress. No one's home. The Revical Ice City. Oh. Oh, wait. Did I get all of them? I guess I did. I don't know if I want to call back yet, because I feel like there's probably going to be some piece of information I'm going to be able to get that should assist me with that conversation. Hopefully. You know, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Why doesn't it let me out? Okay. Well, let's... Yeah, leave. Okay, thank you. Rudest thing, Ghislaine? The Epstein connection is real. Ghislaine was here, everybody. Ghislaine! Why you do this? Why you do this to me, Ghislaine? Okay. Looking for this dead body. You people are not being very helpful. Whoa. You got people throwing rocks at the dead body? You got the sick ginger kid? What are you doing, ginger kid?
Kono's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. Oh, see, this is the prankster that we heard about on the phone. Conceptualization. If there was ever such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, never comfy, Kuno.
Oh. Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, a word, police business. I'm going to say a moment of your time. We don't need to say that we're police. Because I don't think that's going to garner us anything, right? It's not going to get us any respect from old Kuno here.
Can't talk, pig! She's coming up strong! Throwing rocks!
Shit. Coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. Juicy what now? I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Yeah. Ride the lightning. Woo.
Kono's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kono know what a rake is? Kono's not a gardener.
This is an excellent point. I mean, you may think that just anybody willy-nilly would know what a rake is, but you got to think about this is 2053. You know? If you're not a gardener, why the fuck would you know what a rake is? I'm on your side, Kuno. So, Kim, what should we do? Are you kids siblings? Kids, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I have questions for you. Ask if they're siblings.
The fuck are you talking about?
He throws another rock.
He's calling us f***s, Kuno. He
What?
says we're fucking each other.
What? Not true, guys. Just asking. Kim, what should we do?
Shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will
Forces.
see.
Forces. The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures. Alright, so
Alright. Elsa saying the Kono. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
I got a lot. See the body. What do you know about it? Probably not going to get anything from that. I got to ask, who is Kuno? Let's do it. Kuno's pig. The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third person perspective as a shield. Interesting, you refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation. So you refer to yourself in the third person? Kuno. Is that some kind of gang name? Got it. I had another question. I feel like I guess maybe we should just move on from that. He's not going to respect anything we have to ask him or... Right? Or am I just thinking too hard about this? Because obviously we don't want to make him get defensive. So we don't want to say like, oh, trying to distance yourself from the situation, creating this barrier, eh? It's my Canadian impression. So I'm gonna say got it. Shoot that shit at Kuno Pigonaut. Pigonaut. Oh, I like that. Man, if I ever start a band again, I'm gonna be like, you know, the Pigonauts. That would be a sweet band name. What about this crime scene? Do you get kids often play in this yard? Right, Pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? I might have a question later. For now, let's talk about something else. The body. What do you know about it? Shitload, Pig. What's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Whisper. Kim, help me out here. What do we want to know? If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is and how he got there, and the usual. Okay. Do you know who he was? Kuno's fuck gimp. He picks up a rock. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice. Jesus. He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know. So you don't know anything. I meant before who he was before he died. Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. He shakes his head, clearly offended. Trying to make Kuno sing into the papaphone. Do you know how it got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. So you didn't see it happening. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revicola. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Oh, okay. Where did you go then? I don't know. Some fucking... He looks around trying to come up with something. Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city from some pulp science fiction novel. I'm going to say... Where is Night City? Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. He draws snot up his nose. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? Just a couple of pigs sniffing around the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno. Yeah, you tell him, Figari, Kuno. Looks like you're a Figari now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in an antagonistic situations. Okay. Get lost, Figari? I know what you're saying, lady. I know what you're saying. Oh, let's discuss the body. Okay, then. Oh, come on. Did I already fuck it up? Probably. Probably climbed, so you didn't see it happening. Okay, where'd you go then? Okay, so you can replay through the sections. Oh, okay, and about... Yeah, Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean. He draws snot up his nose. Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off your list. So that's exculpatory? That him just saying that he wasn't there? I don't know. I don't know about that, Captain Dirtbag. Seems like that might be a bad thing. Seems like that might not be a great detective work. I'm just saying. Alright. Testing Kuno. Okay, I'm off. Kuno doesn't fucking care, dog. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. So, here's all the places we can go. Looks like we might want to do a little evidence collecting. Probably should have done that before I talked to this guy. People are trying to text me. Visual calculus, get an exact count. What kind of boots? There are several footprints in the mud left by work boots, anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked. What kind of boots? Heavy workers' boots were with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Lieutenant, workers, boots, track, points up. Noted. The lieutenant takes out his little notebook. These never work out for me, but is there a reason not to? I know it says we're even. Let's see. Ah! Damage to my morale. So those are the penalties. That's the penalty I've just incurred. Morale crushed. Pills and money. Cash money. Someone's trying to grow some herb in the greenhouse. This kid's rickety ladder is but still climbable. Ladders for kids that wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Oh, I'm glad we got that looked at. An inconspicuous pile of roofing material, Eternite. What's this? It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. It's obviously not true. But there's no way I'm going to get that. And then my morale's I've already been hurt enough. I've already been hurt enough today. Check this dumpster out. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. This is the logo of the municipality of Revachol. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. Lieutenant, what do you think it could be in there? Keep the hunch to yourself. Let's ask him. Trash? Food waste from cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too. Yes, I feel like there's something in there. Seems a reasonable assumption. Then we should open it immediately. I want to say yes, it feels like there's something in there. What do you mean, feel? It's extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. It's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there. He leans in to inspect the lock. How do we get the lock open? We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage. Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling Rags. He probably has one. He might also have information. This is a better idea than the pry bar. Okay.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
Going away for life.
What's going on there?
Tonight City.
Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What are those strange words you use, girl? Hey, kid, child, converse with me. You there, behind the fence. I'm gonna say, what are those strange
I come
words?
from the woods, Kutavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Oi.
Don't be traumatizing here! Get the fuck out of here!
This guy's a nut. This man's out of control. The hanged man. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. Oh yeah, not gonna get that. God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow. The cop's gonna blow, Quono. I guess turn away and leave. Can't do anything else. Can't go up there. So am I gonna have to convince one of these little bastards to fucking these gingers? Have to convince one of these fuckers to climb up there for me and cut the body down? I think that's probably what's gonna happen. Could be wrong, but you know. I could be right. I could also be super right. Make sure we're not missing anything. So we gotta go talk to that manager. Get ourselves a key! I gotta say, I really do like the music a lot. The music is great. Autosave. Appreciate it, guy. Appreciate it, fella.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling and Rags. Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked? Why? To keep out the hobos and drunks. That's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash in there and they don't pay for the garbage company. I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container? Well, yes, us and the garbage disposal company. Seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. I wonder what this feeling is. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me, and it isn't callous. It's common sense. Well, it is common sense. Like callous? What the fuck is callous about locking your garbage container so people can't fill it up with their garbage? I mean, look at the world they exist in. People are probably always looking for places to throw their garbage, not have to pay the state. Okay, I'll just be empathetic. Prod at him and find out. Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor? No, I don't want to do that, because that's antagonistic towards this guy. We need those keys. What do you need them for? It concerns the case. The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden. Please cooperate. Oh, he takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. Just bring them back once you're done, please. Alright. Bye, bitch. Ha ha ha. Ta-ta for now, bitch. Summer doors closed for the winter. Oh, of course. Of course. Should have known. How stupid of me. How el stupido. Oh, exciting. Exciting. We're headed to the trash treasure. Come on, Agent Dirtbag. Officer Scumfuck. With a well-oiled crack in the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't! Maybe you shouldn't. Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there? Open the lid. Another time, maybe. Open the lid, dude. What the hell are you talking about? The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. We're just in time. The lieutenant peers in. This hasn't been empty for over a week. Look under the boxes of cartons. Look, pick at the rags. Search the food waste. I'm going to say pick at the rags. Along the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. Grab them. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. The victim's clothes. The lieutenant smells them. Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Drop them in here, officer. Bag the trousers. Bag them trousers. Trousers bagged. The lieutenant quickly searches the jeans. Guitar. Marked blue jeans. Pockets empty, or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but... He looks into the container. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here. Something slimy catches your eye. Reach for it. A drab long-sleeve shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt. This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. He nods to himself. Anything more? The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye, but other than that, a thrown-out towel, a mug, that's all. Alright, we should go to Gart and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard, or that one. He nods toward the red-haired boy behind. I'd advise against confronting that force. Yeah, we need to ask the kid who put them there. You think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, and the lid was locked, and this establishment had the key. It's just a small, loose thread. Okay, proceed. The lieutenant nods and looks back into the trash container. Look under the box of the cartons. You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls to pieces in your hand. Batiste cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. Search the food waste. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands, apple and potato peels, mostly unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing more to see here. What's this? What? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Pick it out. Something larger, a clipboard, a blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out the forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? No, it can't be. I don't know what this is. Let's see here. I don't know what this is. Secret task complete. It is. Look, he points to the clipboard. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know. I'm boring. See, maybe somebody threw it in the trash. Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives. Okay, I'll do that. Say nothing. I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those. I say, okay, I'll do that. So is he? Are we gonna find out he's like a plant? He's like a secret spy. Or we're gonna choose? Is that how the choices we make? We're actually one of these revolutionaries. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. He peers into the trash where soggy cartons and rags stink uninvitingly. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see, or are we finished? The mug. I'm getting that mug too. You pick out the broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. An antique, only in its social sensibility. Take the mug. Sure. The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. Close the lid. The container sounds a muffled gong. That's one thing off the list. The lieutenant sounds relieved. I think we got it all. Leave. Yeah. Okay. This should be interesting. Moving on up. Okay. Let's roll. Let's see what this dude's up to.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key. Thanks. I hope you found what you're looking for. I found the victim's clothes. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Who else has keys to the trash container? Let's see here. Could someone on your staff? Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Who else has keys to the trash container? The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though. The elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. He turns to the man. Thank you anyway. Okay. Thanks. Let's talk about something else. Goodbye, leave. Goodbye, leave. Goodbye, leave. So with that stuff there, read your ledger and name the case. Okay, I could probably do that. Inventory close, interacts, damaged ledger. Damn it, it's the ledger you found in the trash, a pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from a plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Anything else? I think I got it. Anything else? There's a piece of toilet paper or it's cleaning tissue. No, it's toilet paper. Desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. Inspect the toilet paper, inspect the clip. Inspect the toilet paper. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Take it off, yeah. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with the finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better. Inspect the clip. An aluminum block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. Run your finger across the aluminum. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Hey, Lieutenant, what's this? Points to the sticker. What? He is lost in his own notes. It takes a moment for him to see it. That thing? It's a halogen watermark. We'll use it for adding information to RCM property. Interesting. What kind of information? It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue. Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force. He's thinking it'll have that. How can I read it? Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. Like, for example, all RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too. This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on. Okay, he returns to the captain's. Okay, so we gotta go to his car. Get him to put the lights on. Browse the white papers. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across the entire page. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files, commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Why can't I say that word today? Fucking ridiculous. What's in there? What are they about? Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to the missing pages and an odd naming convention, but there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. Huh, he raises his nose from his notes. 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot. Yes, you really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it lest you start making mistakes. 2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though. See that? 2. He raises both eyebrows. That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you're making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. I burned out, all right. That's okay. He nods and turns back to his own case file. We all do, sooner or later. Like a fan of gills, the checkered paper dries in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense and mostly illegible. Okay, there is, for precisely one more, 15 pages near the end that remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is completed. Commit to paper, yeah. The tasks you've completed flow out of a kind green 8 pen and a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect victim's body. Interview cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. Cross out the ones you've already finished. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say, and you and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizen militia. Now all that remains is to name the case. Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case? No, actually. Any ideas? The Hanged Man, the Furies are at home in the mirror. The setting sun, shit on a stick. I'm going to say the Hanged Man. Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. Huzzah! He flips the pages of his notebook. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's a good thing we sorted this out. There's mention of a naming convention here. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case numbers written on the margins, yet still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even, one that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples. Okay. Yes, the all caps one is the Next World Mural, another the Square Bullet Hole Murders, another yet the Unsolvable Case. Others appear more lighthearted, the guys on the couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article Free Collapsing Tenement Murder features prominently throughout. Yes, how very childish of you, he mumbles. In your and my defense, almost everyone in the RCM uses the titular system, in addition to the official alphanumeric. I seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one, he peeks into his notes, the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. What happened to him? Rail spike through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident. I'm done inspecting these. Browse the case file. Can I read the case files now? Oh boy. A lot of reading. I need to get some water. Get some water in a minute. Alright, let's see what we can do here. See, you know, I'm going to do this, and it's not going to work. It's going to fucking irritate me. Maybe we'll do that last. In the back, you see the thin, translucent copier paper, some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. Those look like official forms waiting to be filled out. Then, rip them from the binder and hand them out according to the type of form. What types of form are in there? 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. Field autopsy. A dozen pages of thin copy, bright red in color. You see the parameters of deceased human form waiting to be filled in, age, sex, condition of internal organs. Misconduct fine, a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields. Station call. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. Okay, enough of these. Thank you. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to the dead guys. What delicious power hid within your pathetic mess. You feel better. Well, good for me. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for the wearer. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copied paper. Look at the clipboard. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters RCM. What did you say the color was? Shake the ledger. Shake the ledger. Something rattles inside, ever so slightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. Peek inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it's not see-through. You cannot see to its center. What did you say the color was? Blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. How would I open it? With your hands? U4 size pages hang from the clips screwed to the top of the board. Oh, see that one. Low probability of actually being able to open it. Let's smell that. Let's give it a sniff. The acidic stench of rotting food has rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Let's see here. Let's see. I guess we're going to try to read the case files. I don't really know what else. I feel like I have to. 72%. 72%, everybody. Oh my god. I feel like I got it. Oh, we finally got it. We finally got a successful roll. Good for us. Yes. You can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of the initialization and time of the arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, I'm not reading all that. The Next World Mural. Rent those officer precincts. Yeah, let's do that. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41 in HDB. Every last alphanumeric in the file begins with it, and these are your case files. It's safe to say that HDB are your initials. Horace Debbie Behringer. Haram Darjanbrink. I'm not feeling that. Well, I don't know. I think he meant to say, alright. Feeling isn't really the jurisdiction right now. Probably for the best. Because HDB feels like bad news from yesteryear, like shit hot shit. How long does it take to read a case? It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start with? Whoa, Jesus. This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight in 1202, a graffitio, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of the failed real estate development called Grand Curon. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. Two silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible, only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." Oh, how nice. People call it that thing, and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaint desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffiti crew is, the graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell letters have the litterage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains unknown. Wait, do I ever... let's read on. Jeez. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner's JV is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in the Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rumbling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options. Remove the mural, it's wrong. Keep the mural, it's right. Oh, fuck these rich kids. A staggering 78% of voters chose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us. Okay. Sure. I wonder why your fucking city is falling apart. All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to be blamed. It's human nature. I like it, but can't we wreak havoc on other nations instead? I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove a thing. I don't believe in the rubbish one bit. This is now we've just entered into gross territory. Yeah, sure. I voted to fucking get rid of it. No one cares what you believe in, man with a smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next, or are we done? I think we're probably going to revisit this later. I don't really see why we should go through. I mean, I guess maybe are we building a personal history? Is that what we're doing? But see right there, because that is primed. The way that question was asked of you was primed. Like to get you to go in a certain direction because it's trying to pull your empathy in a direction. But it's also it's pretending to be nuanced because it's almost like it's implying that like, oh, these champagne socialist like rich kids that put up this mural in this town that have this kind of nihilistic message to it. Honestly, oh, they're actually doing something good. They've created art. They're spreading this message. Yeah, it's a little fucking weird. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of broader context of the world that they're building out that I'm not aware of, but this is the first time I've seen something that was kind of on the nose ideological. And that's kind of what I was curious, like how far and how subtle it would be. Like how upfront it would be with that stuff, or if it would be more in the subtext. And I guess it's just pretty upfront. I forgot. It's 2020 and subtext is dead. Doesn't exist anymore, people. I'm going to go grab a glass of water and I'll be right back. Be back in about a minute or so. Goodbye. Oh, we're back. Let's just sit here and enjoy this music for a second. These sweet jams. Alright. Now the big question is, do I want to keep going through this ledger? Do I want to just go on with the game? I got a little bit of time left to play. I can play for another like 40 minutes probably. The thing with these books, or these games rather, is it's like just reading a book. Get that dry mouth. Let me see here. I guess we'll do one more of these. The Unsolvable Case, aka Leslie and Burke, aka the Public Indecency Drunk and the Property Damage Drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29th, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That or you were high. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to passers and for Burke to stop dismantling his signage and rearview mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of the distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression. Couldn't we just keep them off the streets? Couldn't we just put them into a home? No, we'll see. We'll just proceed. Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get a local gang of Zemliakis, to take them out. The Zemliakis gave them ethanol so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and a Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Martin Street, or Main Street, because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing? Leslie's property damage. No, that's Burke. What? Oh, fucking A. No, that's Burke. Leslie Stick is flashing his genitals, remember? Yeah, I do remember. How will you ever solve the unsolvable case if you can't get this straight? Well, it turns out it's pretty simple. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have had it confused with the property he likes to damage, but the joke's on him. You're also drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, then proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who at this point is tending to Burke. He came at us, and I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on the poor Burke's head. The good news is Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment. An invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke, who knows, but both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved. Well, there you go. Who says police brutality doesn't solve problems, you know? Who says? Not those people. All right. I got 3 more of these. Jesus. It would be very interesting reading about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks on her rocking chair with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape. But that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet, and then another body showed up, also with a square hole in its forehead. A sequence killer? Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry, one day. I guess we'll be going back to that one. The couch in an unexpected location. Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway, you know, at an unexpected location. They were young and they thought they looked cool on it. Well, shit, they probably did. Bumming American style. They actually look like assholes. They look really cool like models. They look like really cool like a rock band. Let's just say they look like assholes. Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you gotta complain about the damn sofa or couch or whatever it was. They were leaving it all out on these unexpected and whimsical locations they took to it, where they also took photos of themselves on it and smoked cigarettes and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Definitely assholes. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, and stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. Did I ever catch those guys? No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what it is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down couch assholes. You have a real job. What next? That's a good point. You know? Murder at the hookah parlor. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Murder, tam at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to the murder at the hookah parlor. Right, on with the murder. Joseph Mills was on this case and he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for like a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot, not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brain, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed, still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had. Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop? No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on the case for a month now. Said it was the final case, said it was the uncrackable, that the murder vanished into thin air. The goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you looked into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in the hookah parlor. You know those places where you go and smoke bubblegum flavored vapor all day? Can you get high? Really, really cool. Hey, what's up, James? I finally get the joke. If you're talking about the title, yeah. Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor in the middle of the day. No one else is in there, only client that day. In perfect health too, some kind of movie producer. No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45, then bam. He's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge. He sucked the hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out the hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom. Must just like the law. Yeah, he liked the hookah. Steven was his name. What was he doing there for 6 hours? Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a murder movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was the murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed piecing it together. Next. That's it. Good. Fucking hell. Now we have better odds of opening the thing, although I think I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait a little bit to see. Just to see. Yellow Man mug. Can I interact with the mug? It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. There's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all the content. Yeah, let's look at the content. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? The mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your insane, inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Yeah, we're going to go with that. Understood. You're that kind of detective. Why don't you get back to your case? Oh, what? So the game just scolded me. The game was passive aggressive because I was just like, it's a stupid mug. It's a stupid joke mug. Get over it. Hopefully I'll be able to use it for something at some point. Clothes. We still have the gloves. Okay. My rhetoric is insane. Oh, is there a new guy in here? We got a new fella. What's up, new fella? It's all about money, you know. Oh, you can't talk to him? Why even be there, guy? Jesus Christ. I guess we're gonna head back out. Head back out to the wild world. Gonna try to solve some crime. The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. Keep listening, I am lost. Keep listening.
From another planet.
Hey there.
What's going on
It's
here?
the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. So how long have you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you just said. Could you say it again? Only a little less plotting. Yes. Yeah.
Imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Got any smokes on you? Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Tell me more about the strike. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel? What are you hauling anyways? I'm good for now. Let's see. Tell me more about the strike. It's like whatever's going on over the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane and half the company. I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up, precise demands and so on. Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. He takes a note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Is he like a centrist? A shady centrist? Anything else I should know? Anything else? He thinks, yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. And I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers. Camioners. Sure. A few still hang around here, waiting for the mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere, to get drunk or high or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame them, really. Not you? Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examine life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eye. Oh, it's just a noble train hobo. Just a noble train hobo. What's better, chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get on to the next one. What are you hauling, anyways? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. Wicked, I've always wanted a friend on the other. Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. He grins. FLAN runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods, you know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmarin market lately. So nothing illegal then. That's your machine behind you. Could I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling? Right, I had another question to see here. That's your machine behind you. This rockin' beauty? He points to the lorry with his thumb. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? A motor lorry, also called the Camion, on Caillou, and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of FLAN rust bucket, maybe the A-6. Okay. Good eye, my man. Yep, she's an old one, but reliable. He gives me the side of the lorry a friendly knock. Me and her spent a long time together. Right, I had another question. Got any smokes? Nope, don't smoke. He nods toward the big lorry behind him. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around waiting for the jam to disperse, or waiting for the sweet release of death. Yep, nothing wrong with this statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere. Guess go ask around then. You could also check out the kiosk down the street a little. Freet. He points toward the harbor with 3 T's. Revocol is weird. So you know anything about the dead man? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy with what? Busy with what? Analyzing the fundamental structure of the psychological condition of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from trees. So I don't want to ask him for money, obviously. That'd be rude. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. What a nice guy. Oh my god. We're like good buddies now. Me and this guy. Me and this guy are like good pals now. Turn on your lights. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery bearing the number 57. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Cooper's Kinema motor carriage. Open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and a soft glow of fuel preheater gauge. Kim, how do I turn on the headlights? He turns the preheater on. Waits, takes out his keys, and says, "All right, ready." I turn. You press start. It's the next to the preheater. Press engine start. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. Rounds per minute gauges jump off the engine as the Cooper's Kinema comes to life with a whiny growl. Press the light button labeled headlights. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle. There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now. Okay. Yeah, let's go stand in front of it. Let's go, guys. Let's roll, pig. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, its iridescent hologram appears, a street grid in veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you. There she is, Revocol West. There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice. Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no hundreds of micro-perforations. Look at the shimmering street grid. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revocol are all recognizable. They shimmer in Kinema's headlights. Wait, look around you. Where are we on this? Let me see. He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it. Right here, he says, his finger near the tops of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice. No, it does not, the lieutenant says without optimism. Look at the perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. Tally up the different rows. Sure. The first row has 18 dots. What about the next one? The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border and then some. Count them individually. There are so many it's hard to count, more than 150 at least, maybe even 200. What about the last row? The last row has 3 perforation. 3, that's it. Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean? Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They're your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do it. It's meant. The first row represents your years of service, 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Got drunk like a megastar. Wait, 18 years I've done this? I walked the land telling whores and liars the end to come. Blah, blah, blah. Probably some boring office job. I feel like I just went around apologizing. Let's say, whoa, 18 years. That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Probably some boring office job. No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see. Whoa, more than 200. Is that a lot? It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. So you're saying I used to be a super cop. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think I can ever re-become this person. Let's see, I used to be good. Right, those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there, so I'm a killer. That's not too many. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which isn't the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have to be thankful for that. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Yes, he says, declining to elaborate. How do you handle the strain? Everyone has their own method of coping, some more effective or self-destructive than others. It gives you a meaningful look. Personally, I find it helps to keep up with a few hobbies. Like what? Oh, this and that? Let's not get into it now. Maybe I should find a hobby. Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves. It's meant to be in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. Thanks for this. The lieutenant nods. Okay, let's go. Right, I'll go turn off the lights. He presses the remote control on the key. You can now see your statistics on your journal page, right? Well, well, well. Putting the pieces together. These kind of games take like 6 hours to get going. I wish I had like a block of time where I could just play this for 6 hours. But alas, I do not. So I think I might have to go. Not a bad way to end. Not a bad place to end though. All things considered. Just because, like, you know, we've a little bit more of the case. We did a few more things. You know? A few more things. Read some stuff. Found some stuff. Maybe play later tonight. Maybe tomorrow for a little bit. But life is beckons. Life beckons. I thought I was going to be able to stay a little bit longer, but I guess not. Anyways. Let's see here. Thank you for watching if you did. And we'll see you again next time. If anybody watches this after the fact, just let me know. Let me know if this is something you want to keep seeing. Because I don't always have to stream this, you know, obviously. But if anybody watches it and feels like they're into it, just let me know. And I'll keep playing it on streams. Alright. Goodbye.